This is number 8 on page 314. The first thing we have to do is construct a circle with radius r. So I would measure radius r with my compass, and let's identify our point real quick. So this is our center, and now we can put our compass on that center, and we can draw our circle. So I'm going to pick a random point on the circle, and I'll use that point right there. The next step would be to take our straight edge and draw in a radius from the center to that random point that we chose on the circle. We need to extend our radius so that we can construct a perpendicular through the point on the circle. So now, taking my compass, let's see, I guess we'll use purple here. We will strike an arc on that side and on that side. Then we will move our compass to the arc on the right. I'm going to extend this a little bit, and I'm going to bring it up here, strike an arc. Then I'm going to bring my compass over here, and strike the arc. Now I can draw in my perpendicular through my point on the circle, through the intersecting arcs. And I know that this will be the line tangent to the circle through that point, because a tangent line is perpendicular to a radius. This is now number 9. We're going to start by picking a point that is the center of our circle. Oh, that right there. And we measure radius t out of the book with our compass, and now we can construct a circle with radius t. So the next thing, we have to pick 3 points that create 3 minor arcs, right? So it doesn't really matter where these exist. Although I think my circle might end up being a little too big here. I think we better make a smaller radius before we continue. So let's delete this. And I only say that because of the size of our script, that's all. So let's make this a little smaller.
Yeah, right.
And imagine this being the length of t. Let's create our circle now with radius t. Now we can pick 3 points. We'll go 1, 2, 3. And they said to call those A, B, and C, right? No, X, Y, and Z. Okay, so I'll call that X, Y, and Z. So then you drew in with your straight edge 3 radii from the center to X, to Y, and to Z. So we have to apply what we did in number 8. So we're going to construct tangents to each of these radii. So we extend each of those, and then we take our compass, put our compass on the intersection of that radius and the circle, and let's make that a little more narrow. Let's change the color. Okay, actually let's go red. So we strike an arc, and strike an arc, and let's get me a little bit. Straighten arc. Straighten arc. Now we can draw in our perpendicular. That is tangent to that radius. Then we do the same thing on the other 2 points. No. And we can draw in our second tangent. And then we do the same thing down here. Oh, that's not the right one, this one. We can draw in our tangent here. Thus creating a circumscribed triangle. So this is number 10 on page 314, and we're going to start with a line, or a line segment, really. And we're going to pick a point on this segment. And we're going to take the radius S out of the book, measure it with our compass. Let's go back here. And let's say that, I'm not sure how big to make this, or how small to make it. We'll go with that. Let's say that that is S long. Okay, so we're going to strike an arc here, which is S away from our red point, and we're going to strike an arc here that is S away from our red point. So those arcs are the center of our circles, centers of our circles. So now, if we take our compass and put it on our center over here, we can create one circle with radius S. And we can come over here and put it on the other center. It's not perfect, it's hard with the computer. There we go, that's pretty good. And we can construct the other circle. 2 externally tangent circles. So to find the center of the third circle, we know that the center of that circle will be 2s away from each center of these circles. So if we take our compass and we measure the distance between these 2 centers, then the third circle, that looks pretty good. It looks like it's off just a tad over here. Okay, that's pretty good. It might not be exactly perfect. When we strike an arc down here, and then take our compass, put it over here, the intersection of these 2 arcs will be the center of that third circle. So now, we need our radius S again. Oop, I don't want to draw a line there, sorry. Kind of messing this up a little bit, but... And now, put this on that intersection. It should come out pretty close, probably not perfect because I made some mistakes there slightly with the computer. that's pretty good. 3 tangent circles, externally tangent circles with radius s. So this is number 11 on page 314, and we're going to start with a line or a line segment. Okay, we're going to pick a random point on this line. And now we're going to measure the radius of R out of the book. So let's say that this is R. And let's put this here, and now strike an arc. That arc intersects that line segment at the center of the circle with radius R. Now let's measure radius T out of the book, which is shorter than R. There's radius T. That will be the center of the circle with radius T. So now all we have to do, here's our circle with radius T. Now we have to go back here and measure our radius R again. And now we'll put our compass on the center of that circle, and there we go. 2 internally tangent circles, one with radius R and one with radius T. So this is number 12, and it builds off of number 11, so we'll have number 11 here. Let's move this out of the way. We're going to extend our, oh no, that's okay. I grouped those together, which makes it a little bit harder, but I'll just make a new segment. Continuing that, try to get that perfect. There we go, so we extended that out because our third externally tangent circle has to have radius, what was it? T? No, S. Yeah, S. So we would measure that radius out of the book. Let's say that it's that. And now put our compass on our point of tangency for all 3 of these circles. Strike that arc, and the intersection of that arc and the line becomes the center of our circle. So now, let's just put our compass on the center, and let's construct that third externally tangent circle with radius S.